What's up, YouTube? I just need to give y'all a better explanation of what's been going on with the RDX. So, probably like back in September. Well, it's been going on for a while, but it started progressing. I started seeing, like a little bit of, coolant leaving my reservoir, so it'll be like below the max level here. So then I would check behind here on the turbo, because this is what's known to leak. I would notice there'd be like some residue or like some fresh coolant on the manifold of the turbo. After doing some research, they say that the gasket on the manifold would leak, like it would like it would go bad, and that's what would cause it to leak from the manifold. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to go ahead and attack that job myself, and I would try to get to it every once in a while. So it came, I started realizing, okay, so this job may be a little too big for myself, so I decided to take it to the shop. So I drive the vehicle, but not much. But like in the last few days of me getting everything back on, it hasn't been leaking or leaking much. So back in like September or early October, it would leak a lot. Okay. So when I'm putting everything back, decided to put everything back. So I do know that I had to change the thermostat. Okay, so it's probably like the original thermostat that was on this thing. So when I changed the thermostat, I was pulling off the bolt, and one of the bolts on the thermostat was so rusted that it had broken. Okay, so then I was at a standstill again, because I had to wait for be able to get the extractor and all that stuff like that. So once I got the extractor, started drilling it, everything was looking fine. So as soon as I went to put the extractor in, it started eating the bolt, like terribly eating the bolt, to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and drill the bolt out, drill it bigger, and then just tap the bolt in. So that's what I end up having to do, just so I can get the new thermostat on, because it was leaking. I tried it with 2 bolts, but it was leaking. So I went ahead and got the bigger bolt, tapped it, and we're good. Okay, so when I changed the thermostat, I realized that the thermostat was pretty much like stuck closed. Okay, so that thing, it was stuck closed. Even putting it in boiling water, it was stuck closed. I wish I had footage for that. So it probably wasn't getting good enough flow. So then coolant would leak out at one of the most, weakest points, which is probably at that gasket. So that gasket definitely still needs to be changed. But with the new thermostat, I haven't been seeing any leaking. And if anything, I see like a dab of oil, a dab of coolant, when normally like it would be considerably amount more with the old thermostat. So that was my finding on that. So been driving it for this is like Thursday when I got everything back together. and it's been doing pretty good. So then I was back to dealing with the idle lean issue. Okay, so and I got several revisions of tunes and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, I just remember talking to one of the RDX owners on the Facebook group that we have, and he was using an 800cc fuel map or whatever, so he can, because I'm on 750cc injectors. And this particular guy, I had bought 2 sets of 750cc injectors. One was my first one that I bought last year. Okay, and I sold him those. So then I decided I'm gonna go ahead and get me some more. So earlier this year I had bought me some more 750cc injectors. Okay, so it was a little hard finding the dead times for him, but you know, he helped me out with that since he installed his before I installed mine. So what he was saying was, okay, like he's running into the same thing where his car would idle lean, you know, and under load it would go fine, it would go back fine, it would get rich, but that idle, like the lean, like I'm idling somewhere between 16 and 19, and that's not good. And it was at first I was checking that on the Honda app, so it came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna give a wideband and see if the Honda app is reading incorrectly. So I got a wideband, installed that, and sure enough, it was Honda was reading actually very correct. So I'm idling somewhere between like 17 and 19 AFRs, which is not good. You don't want to be idling lean. Okay, so I would change like a couple of maps. Shout out to Will Hendo, he helped me out with a couple of the maps, but I was still getting the idle lean issue. So after doing some research and everything like that, and then I just went back to where Alex on the RDX owners group, he was saying just use the 800cc tune. So I did that, you know, did like a little slight more aggressive tune to the map, and you know, so now I'm on 17 and a half pounds of boost on an 800cc fuel map, aggressively, like slightly aggressive map. And so I turned up, I went up to, I think like around 14 to 15 degrees of advance on timing, just something slight, you know what I mean, just something I picked up learning on people who have the data flash flow. So anyway, so car's running good, it's running very strong, it's pulling very strong, and so I was like, okay, let me try on the I went ahead and added a little bit of E85, before today. Did it yesterday, so I'm probably going to post this video up today as well, so I could be along with the time. So yesterday I added like a couple gallons of E85, like what I normally do, and after using the calculator, I think I'm like around like a E30. So right now on E30 mix, with all my other mods and stuff like that. Yeah, so the car's running good, knock on wood. Yeah, man, so that's just a little slight update is what's been going on with the RDX. She's back on the road, she's back driving, she's pulling strong. I'm just taking it a day at a time. I don't really drive it much. Car's not overheating. I'm not getting any, like any indications of a blown head gasket or anything like that. I normally don't I normally don't run this long when I'm doing videos, so but I just wanted to do like a little slight little update for you guys, you know. So if you stayed this long for the video, I appreciate you. Throw a like on the video. You got any questions, leave it down in the comment. I typically like to, engage with my subscribers. I talk to them. I try to reply, to all of the, I'd like to respond to my subscribers whenever they talk or whatever. So yeah, man, it's J Mizzle 24, and appreciate you. Like and subscribe. Peace. To the next one.